Hello, Capricorns. How you guys doing? I just did a little bit of a reading here, so let me clean this up. And I'm going to get ready for you guys as I get ready. We're doing this for the 14th through the 20th. I changed my viewing a little bit, hopefully so you can see more of what I'm doing. Let me know how you like it. Put it in the comments if you like this angle. That would be really great. We're going to be doing your reading the 14th through the 20th, and there's a full moon in there on the 16th. Well, 16th/17th. It's like at on the 16th at 11:59. It's going to be in Leo. It's also going to be called a snow moon. So that snow moon is going to be a time of cleansing, spiritual cleansing, a lot of it. So if you're having things that you're trying to finish up, maybe old bad habits, try to stop those, that kind of a thing, just go ahead and keep going, because this is a really good time to do that with the full moon. So we're going to do that. The only other announcement I have is if you are a subscriber, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because my mic is tapping out. Sorry, guys, I don't want to blare you guys out. The 2022, you guys can, if you're a subscriber, get free readings or free coaching. You can go on my website, divinewarriorintuitive.com, and see what all the different coaching. So I do life coaching, relationship coaching, communication, dating, nutrition and fitness. That's where one of my degrees is. Definitely. So you'll get that for free if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, then you just look at the prices. Otherwise, ignore the prices if you are a subscriber. All right, so let's get going with this. So if you are new, I do astrology, numerology, mix that in, get the energies for that. I am going to do I'm going to do Divine's Oracle as usual, and then I'm going to do the future with astrology. So my oracles, I have two oracles that I do use. I'll put them off to the side here in a second. This is the Divine's answer to you. This is your question. You've been trying to go to the universe, God, Allah, whoever you believe in, the angels, trying to get your message across. This is what they have to say about that. And then this is about your future in the astrology, the moons, the planets, and everything else. This is your future card to see what is going on. And then we'll, in your spread, I'm going to be doing a different spread today. So I'm going to be doing the Celtic Spread and see what's going on right now for you. All right, so let's go. Are those upside down? Yes. I don't know why sometimes every day I just sort of like, poof, they're upside down all the time. All right, so here we go. So Divine, whatever you're trying to ask Divine, apparently there is something that is trying to come together. Maybe with two people. Being Valentine's week, maybe this is what's going on, because we have two different people, two different situations. And this is, you're each an instrument, right? So this is the perfect harmony when we're talking about that. That is a symphony and orchestra, that kind of a thing. We have to put things in tune in order for things to meld together, to make a beautiful sound. We have to do that with people. A lot of people don't realize we have to do that in order to tune ourselves up so that we can meld together with another human being, because we are definitely not the same, okay? So this might be happening. It is the number 11, which brings things together. It's also about a partnership. The number 11 is about a partnership. It is also about bringing a foundation together, trying to find out what that foundation is. It's up to you. I don't know what that is. But something is trying to come together. Thank you. I heard balance, to bring balance back in. For that, now that's what the Divine says. I'm trying to bring balance back into your life. This is the time to do that with this full moon coming up, because this is a spiritual cleansing full moon. This is a second dimensional. This is trying to connect with Divine. This is trying to make things come together more spiritually than worldly. So when you feel that nudge, that supernatural nudge, or that voice, or you're like, I just don't feel right about it, really need to pay attention to that during this full moon time. Okay. Your future energies are the River Queen. That is the flow of letting go and natural movement, sort of going with the flow, because this is the number 9. I'm not used to having my screen so far away, so please tell me if this works better for you guys. I just like to make sure that you can see the cards. So this is the number 9, so this needs to be paid attention to the forefront. So when the planets and moon and everything are talking, there is a cycle. It's like a 50-year cycle. Things change about every 50 years, and it comes back around. It's just like a merry-go-round or a Ferris wheel. It just keeps going around and around. But this is the thing, is with this perfect harmony, maybe this is what Divine's trying to tell somebody, is that with that perfect harmony, you have to let go of something that isn't working. Just like when I teach nutrition and fitness, bad habits, we got to replace that with something that is good. So I don't know what it is in your life that needs to be replaced with something that's not working, that will work. So as I get the spread out, I'll share just real quick. We got Lovers card on the bottom, so there is probably something to do with a relationship of some type. Lovers can be love of many different, there's like 8 different love levels. So you could be at a love level of friend, a love level of parent, love level of a boyfriend, girlfriend, then you could be in love, then there's all kinds of love from there. Agape love, all that kind of stuff. I do have a love video. So put that about learning about love and your love languages. So I might post that. If you watch this recorded, you might see that ticker go off the top on that video. But definitely things are trying to come into harmony with that. Okay. And how is that, how somebody's probably asking, how is that going to play out for me? You got to listen to the other person's perspective first. All right. So when you listen to the other person's perspective first, then you can actually know more clearly how to move forward in that relationship. Okay. That's a coaching thing. If you want coaching, again, if you're a subscriber, you get it for free. All right. So let me look at these here just for a second. Ooh. Somebody's dealing with a lot of deep hurt and pain. So we have the 8 of Cups is your current energy. So you're trying to run, somebody's trying to run from something or trying to hide it. So I get 2 energies coming through. I can see 2 different scenarios happening. When I say that, I see movies. So I see somebody trying to hide something that they don't want to bring from the past with them. That's really good. But if it's a partnership with somebody that you're going to live the rest of your life with, you got to share it. As painful as it is, because we have your challenge card to the Queen of Wands, we have to talk about those things. And that is your challenge. You don't want to talk about it because it's too painful. Okay. This is something that you really want to talk about, because whatever this is, especially during this time, if you're getting into a relationship, this is a time where you want to share that, because this, I hate to say this, because remember, we're in spiritual cleansing. This is a sort of a breaking point or a move forward point. And you'll know the integrity of that person that you're going to be talking to, because they're going to stay with you or they're going to leave. Okay. And what I mean by that is you don't want to waste your time. Time is precious. So your challenge is to get the courage up. Again, we're in the year of the tiger. We're for the people that follow the year of the animals. This is the year of the tiger, to bring up courage and strength, to have courage and strength. Okay, so whoever you're needing to share either this secret with, or that you need to share something and not run from it, because it's like you're trying to hide it in the dark, and it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. But here's the thing, your outcome can be really, really good. You can actually open a door that you didn't even know there, something that is more close, something that is more going to bond you together more. This is really, really beautiful. Because in the past, there was a lot of arguing, a lot of conflicts, a lot of fighting. And the reason why people fight, I'll tell you in my communication videos, the reason why people fight or argue is because you're trying to get your perspective across and not listen to the other perspective. So if you stop and zip it for a minute and listen to the other person's perspective, whether you agree with it or not, definitely you will understand better, and then maybe you won't even fight. You won't even have a conflict. You'll just say, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I just don't agree with it, but you can always agree to disagree. So that's sort of what's going on here. But there is a beautiful door that's opening. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I will say from your outcome card is that you're going to have patience through this process, because it's sort of like when you give somebody information that might blow their mind for a minute, you got to let them process it. Okay, I don't know what that is. I definitely don't know what that is for you, but you let them process it, because as they process it, this is your card where, yeah, that you get information from. But when you process it, that you are going to allow that door to open. So it gives them more chance to ask questions or try to understand better. I have a friend that is very apprehensive to tell a new partner that they have something that will never go away with them, but she shares it with them, and because she feels it's her obligation to do that and her responsibility, because it could affect that partner, and then that partner can either choose that they don't want that relationship or they can move on, but she gives them the opportunity to ask questions and to get clarity, because it could be really scary. It could change their world. It could really, really change their world. Okay. So here's the problem though, is we have some external conflict. So it's going to change your world. A lot of this has to do with your bringing back that harmony again. Okay. But the problem is some people are going to want to listen to friends, going to want to listen to people, when actually this is a spiritual cleansing, spiritual awakening. You should be asking God, the universe, whoever you believe in. I believe in God, and learning to let go of things. You have to listen to your inner self. This is that spiritual cleansing. And what I mean by that is letting go of some of this world crap by listening to people's advice. That I'll give you an example. Somebody goes to somebody who's been married 4 or 5 times and asking them for marital advice. Wrong person to be doing that with. And that's what I'm saying, is somebody's going to the wrong people to get the information. But this is definitely changing your world right now. This is like a shifting. This is a beautiful shifting, but you got to be patient. You've got to be really, really patient. Your fear, I think, or whoever's fear this is, it could be a hope, could be a fear. And I hope it's more of a hope, because we have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. This is sort of like your hopes and dreams, or it could be your fears. Somebody could be fearing that they're not going to have enough money with this person. Maybe they don't. This other person doesn't have a job, a stable job, or that you're going to be giving out more, like spending more than the other person. There might be that fear of that there's not that balance, and you might not want to go through that. That is very legitimate. I would say definitely legitimate. Asking that person, what are your goals? What are your future with money? You know, because that's the number one thing that people fight about in relationships is money and sex. That's what they fight about. The 2 things. I don't get enough. I want more. You know, I'm getting too much. I don't usually hear that one. But the thing is that they're not on the same page about money and the other. Okay, so this is something that could be very much a fear about money, about not having enough money, not being stable, because this is the number 6, and this is another give and take. This is very much a give and take situation. But I'm going to tell you with this reading here, definitely more patience for this couple of weeks, and the outcome is going to be really, really good. If you really pay attention to it, the outcome, there's a lot to offer here. Just really listen to the other person's perspective first. This is the hard part for you, or whoever is listening. I don't know who this is for. This is the hard part, because you are actually delving so deep into the pain that you can't see the beauty. Thank you. That was very beautiful. So he's telling me that there is so much pain. It's like you almost have PTSD and trauma from a relationship, that you cannot let go of that to see the beauty in this person that might be in front of you. A lot of in comparisons, okay, comparing each other, or comparing that person that is in front of you with that person behind you. There it could be a lot of pain there. I see a lot of pain there, like a bad divorce, a bad breakup. There was a lot of fighting, a lot of conflict. You weren't being heard. You just always had to try to stand up for yourself. You were actually doing your best that you could, but you just seem to never get that affirmation. You never get that love. And there's just a lot of very, very unstable. I would say whatever this relationship is, I really feel it's a past energy, and that's what divine is trying to say. I'm really trying to bring you a beautiful harmony and balance, but you got to be open to it. You got to be open to it, and you got to have patience. Now, if that person isn't come to you yet, they're trying to come to you. However, you've got to be patient. You cannot try to manipulate. But you know, my biological clock is ticking. You got to be patient. You let divine bring you that person. I don't want those cards. Let divine bring that person. Don't try to manipulate and bring that person. All right. So I would like to see what this tower is about a little bit more and clarify that, because this is the sort of like the thorn that is causing you to, I don't know, I feel it like somebody's stuck because they're just not letting go. They're not letting this, like the natural flow, move forward. They're just not letting things flow the way they're supposed to. It's just like you gotta hold on to something. It's like, ugh. I feel this really tight holding on energy. I don't know what it is. Gotta let it go. And the only thing I can see is the pain of something in the past. All right, so let's clarify the tower here. Yeah, you're not sleeping. You're not seeing the beautiful nurturing of whatever this person is. They're trying to communicate. They're trying to understand. And you're just like besides yourself. And it's somebody is being their own worst enemy. Okay. And this is the spiritual battle. I just did a spiritual battle video, just edited it. I haven't put it up yet, but I will today. And this is a really spiritual battle. This is that really underneath feeling, okay? This really core foundation of pain and not letting it go, and you cannot see the beautiful of what is coming or what is there. Definitely whoever this person is trying to communicate. There's another person here that if you've been arguing with them, if you've been trying to prove yourself over time and time and time again, and if they're not getting it, then this is a perspective thing. So this maybe they're not getting it, trying to understand them in a different way. But I want to say that there is a person in your life right now that is arguing and fighting, and you just have to keep proving yourself. You shouldn't have to prove yourself that hard. It depends. Now, when I was worldly, I was a liar and a manipulator, and I could get you to do anything. But the thing is that's my old worldly self, and I would never, ever, ever go back there. In fact, I had to go, for me spiritually, I had to go back and right my wrongs. And I'm still righting some of those wrongs because I'm asking forgiveness. Now, whether if I get forgiveness, that's their choice, but every single person has. And in fact, they've embraced me and just really loved that I did that. However, there's just like a bunch of conflict with somebody in your life that I think they really need to go away. And I'm not saying permanently, it's just like you need to bring yourself up, and it's not worth it because it's draining you. You've got the Nine of Swords, you've got the Empress. It's like you can't even see the beautiful things. It's sort of like, in this sense, this is where Divine's saying, I want you to see all the positive things I'm giving you. I want you to focus in on the things that you can do and that you can have. not what you can't have. He goes, and some things I don't give you because I don't want you to have them, say like a sickness or an illness or some fate or something of that nature. So focus in on the good things is what he's saying, and go with the flow. The planets and the moon are saying go with the flow this time. This is a spiritual cleansing time. Let me look at the numerology a little bit here. You're all over the board. You are all over the board. There is some newness here. There's some trying to give and take. There's a lot of give and take here. There's a lot of instability, but we have 2 offerings of newness, which is great. But we also need in numerology to understand and acknowledge. With the number 3, we have to acknowledge this pain. We don't ignore it. We don't drink it. We don't get addicted to drugs or porn or sex or whatever. We acknowledge the pain. Now, if you haven't watched my sexual abuse videos, the 3 series that I did on my sexual abuse, that I was sexually abused, is how to survive, heal, and live with it. This is sometimes where the pain is. It's so deep that it will never go away, but you learn how to live with it. We have to acknowledge it. That's the first step. Acknowledge that there is a pain. Where does that pain come from? And how can I release that pain so I don't affect this next person, this next relationship, this next love, whatever it is. So definitely want to look into that. But Capricorns, that's your reading. It's a beautiful reading. I see some beautiful things coming, but it's going to be, again, this is your free will. Okay, this is your free will to have patience, to not have patience. It is your free will to want to have it and work. Sometimes it takes work towards it, but sometimes it takes just like to just stop and let divine do his thing in the second dimension. Because this is all second dimensional, guys. This is all second dimensional. You can't see it. You can't feel it. You can't touch it here on this earth. But you can feel energies. And you can hear divine. You can hear the second dimension. You can hear. And it's also like, you know, my daughter was asking me, how do I know if it's divine? How do I know if it's just me? Whatever. If it pops into your head and it suddenly pops in and it's a thought, it's not you. Because you may not be able to recognize the voice. It may be your angels trying to tell you something, because it's a whole second dimensional thing. They go up and down. If you want to believe in the Jacob's ladder, they're up and down, sending messages back and forth to divine. And so this is how it sort of works. And so you may, but you will know. You will know it's not your voice. All right. So I hope this helped you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Please comment on if you like this type of visual. I'm not quite sure how to do it without getting way up and pushing the button. I don't have a remote for this one, but definitely let me know if you like this. And then also too, don't forget to subscribe, and you have free readings for anybody who's subscribed, and free coaching. So if you need help, or if you need assistance on anything, or just a question, or if you don't know what's happening to you with your special abilities, or things are like really scary in that second dimensional supernatural realm, please email me. I'm here as a coach for empaths and intuitives as well. So free to you guys. So ignore the prices on my website, divinewarriorintuitive.com. And it's all free to you guys. All right. So please don't also forget to like and share. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day full of love and joy. And don't forget to walk in your absolute truth as well. And we'll see you on the full moon reading. So subscribe and you'll know when that is on. Take care now.